With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
Sometimes the right question reveals more than 1,000 answers.
Educate, empower, enable, impact. Thank you for tuning in to That Will Never Work, an award-winning podcast where we share inspiring information and personal experiences related to business and the entrepreneurial journey from those who are leaders in their respective field. Now, here's your host, author and business coach, Maurice.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. So here's something that we need to probably practice a little bit more. Because a lot of times what I found out is that people are asking questions, but they may not be the right questions. And so, like, Maurice, what are you saying? What are you talking about? My experiences have been sometimes people are asking questions or statements, making statements that appears to be you're answering just to be answering. You're answering for a response, or you're saying something for a response, or you're questioning for a response. You just want to appear to be engaged and have no real rhyme or reason in what you're doing. And I found that has not been effective for the individual that I'm speaking to. I used to ask a lot of questions. I've been a person that asks a lot of questions all my life. It's just recently where I've been asking questions out loud instead of just in my head. But the reality is the questions have been geared to the individual. Because I always wanted to know how that individual felt about certain situations. And sometimes the way they feel, more importantly, about a situation that is directly related to them and their situation. And a lot of times, because the questions are not as thought-provoking as they could be, we get the runaround. We can get the runaround. So what I would like for you to do is to ask intentional, open-minded questions that lead people to their own realizations. So I think the challenge in the idea of being intentional is, are we intentionally putting forth effort to show that we are present in the moment? Again, sometimes we're asking just to be asking and kind of move things along because we have other things on our mind. We have our own intentions, our own private goals and aspirations or whatever it is. And, sometimes we want to trick people like, aha, whatever. But the reality is that we need to be intentional about being present. We need to be intentional that these individuals are human and that they need a level of respect, a level of compassion, a level of empathy, so we can help these individuals. Because if they come to you for help, or it may not be a direct request of help, but it could be indirect, because like, hey, let me talk to you about something. Well, that's direct, ask for help. But if you're in the midst of a conversation, but you could kind of sense that they want to talk, because everyone's not going to be so forthright on just coming up to you and say, hey, I want to talk to you. So they give you that inkling that they want to talk. So you have to be intentional on asking the right questions. So here's another part of that statement that I just mentioned as well, about being open-minded. So if we could ask open-minded questions versus questions that again, lead to how smart we are, that only leads to our experiences, that only lead to having that person feel any less of a human being that they've already felt. And understand that these open-minded questions and intentional questions as well need to be in such a fashion that these individuals are getting the answers on their own, that they already have the answer built in. A lot of times, people are looking at themselves and feel as though they're not equipped to answer their own life's challenges. Again, I'll just use myself. So when I started this podcast, and right now, and I thank each and every one of you who are listening to this, because I'm showing and I'm seeing tremendous growth in the podcast space that I'm in, where I am doing my shows and all those type of things. But the reality is that people had to say certain things to me and ask me certain questions in order for me to get to my own realization. So, Maurice, how do you grow your show? Because that was actually a point of contention for me for a little while. In all honesty and transparency. But here's the thing. I had the answer with me all along, but the question comes down to, if you listen to a couple shows ago, about scheduling your success, scheduling your dreams, making sure that you put on your schedule time for you to actualize, to go after whatever your dreams or goals are. So the answer is what? Consistency for me. Maurice, you know that consistency for anybody, for any situation, will help grow. It will build faster. It will build stronger. It has those potentials, right? Maurice, so you have the answer. But sometimes you need to hear the question asked in the right manner, in the right setting, also in the right time. Because sometimes we have to be in the right mindset to even receive the information. But also is how that person is given the information as well. But I had to come to my own realization that I can grow, and I don't always have to grow in the same manner that everybody else has grown, which is very evident today. But how do you get to that point? And so not only did I have to ask open-minded questions and being intentional and being present with these individuals that I'm speaking to that's asking for my advice, but the same way in the other direction. When I'm asking a question, I have to be open-minded and I have to be intentional, and being able to be vulnerable in those situations. And for me, it's been both ways. So the reality is, when people arrive at the truth on their own, it sticks deeper and lasts longer. So as you see in this show, every week since the beginning of the season, I've had at least 2 shows every week. When I look back, for whatever reason, the last 3-4 seasons, April, I had no shows. But in order for me to continue to grow, I had to have shows during April, which is my birthday month. I took a break. I took a break from everything, every year. But if you understand what the truth is and how you want to grow, you have to be able to be intentional. You have to be open-minded and allow people, i.e. yourself, come to their own realizations. Thank you very much for listening.
Thanks for listening. Follow Maurice Chisholm on social media to stay connected and check back weekly for new episodes. Until next time, that will never work. Or will it?
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.